talked about like in previous videos about like Fresh Prince,
Mm-hmm.
Martin, Living Color, Living Single. Like the Wayans brothers was like a big part of my, oh man, I remember
The Wayans brothers
watch
is
this.
underrated.
Yeah. All right. What's up, guys and girls? It's RichManZ back yet again. I don't
The
have my
host with the
nickname,
most.
my slogan. That's last time.
The host with the most.
Host with the most. That's it.
Living around the coast.
We got a list of catchphrases and slogans that you the viewers will get to know very sooner or later, and that. So yes. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everyone is doing great today. So we are back again for another discussion, and I'm joined by the main man, the one that he said about the YouTubers, get these girlfriends. Your girlfriend's favorite YouTuber. That's it.
Your girlfriend's favorite YouTuber.
Only be from GQ TV. It is GQ Jamaal, man.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you again. Once again, doing it again. Thank you again for having me in.
Hey man, it's always a best feeling, man. Honestly, as I said, and I say all the time, man. It was when we like found each other, and we had the similar interests. We reviewed some of the similar like TVs and movies. I was like, yeah, this had to come,
Right.
Collaborations. So yeah, me and GQ Jamaal, in this episode, we decided to do a talk on like the Wayans brothers and their impact on the entertainment in general. I'm talking about like starting off early in the 90s with In Living Color, the Wayans brothers series, then moving on to movies such as like Don't Be a Menace, of course.
Don't Be a Menace.
And then even back into like TV, which was the sitcoms, so you got like My Wife and Kids, and even later on they had the Wayans. I think it was the seventh generation Wayans, the one that was on
Generation Wayans. Yep.
So they've had a long lasting impact on entertainment in general. So GQ, I always ask these ones like, first impressions,
First time.
That's for another video. The first time.
Oh man, bro, went there. But yeah.
But what was your first impressions of seeing like any of the Wayans brothers?
Okay, first time I've seen the Wayans brothers, it had to be In Living Color.
Right.
I was like five or six when I first watched In Living Color. The first thing I remember about In Living Color was the intro. I love both of their intros, season 1 and 2 intros, and the third season intro.
The third one like was my favorite.
The third one, yeah. I'm not taking anything away from the first one.
Yeah, Heavy
but
D.
The second one.
Heavy D's one that he did for the first intro, but that third season, man, that was like.
Oh yeah, Heavy D was. Rest in peace to Heavy D, because he really did his thing on the intros to Living Color. But yeah, from what I remember about Living Color, of course the theme. Of course, I was too young to understand the jokes. I think a couple of characters I remember when I was young, like Homie the Clown and Anton Jackson, the wino. Yeah, got the pickle juice. Yeah. It was Damon Wayans, man. Damon Wayans was that guy in that show. He really carried that show.
I'm telling you, man. Like is no, I'm gonna get on to like talking about like our favorite of the Wayans. I think I'll leave that for the end. But just like quick thoughts on Damon, like yeah, man, I think he's man, I feel he could have been much more.
Yes, man.
Like I said, like
I agree.
You know what I mean? He had everything, man. He was even in movies, like the Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis. I love that film.
I still need to see that movie.
Bro, I am, and this is for the YouTube audience. Go see Last Boy Scout. It has a bit of like the Die Hard, and it has the comedic, comedy side. It is a fantastic film.
I need to go see that movie because I always pass it by, like when I'm like searching movies on Netflix. I see that movie, I'm like, okay, I need to go watch that.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed, honestly. Like try to watch that film. Yeah. So man, like with your impressions, like with this was different for me because like I was watching In Living Color, but like I was more interested in Wayans Brothers from the Wayans Brothers TV series, so the one that ran from the mid to late 90s, just Sean and Marlon. That was the one when I was back in Europe, like they were showing that, it's like we got Living Color, but it was like it was a bit later.
Right.
And so it was like Sean and Marlon were the ones I first knew about the Wayans Brothers. Then when I found about Kim, like Damon and Keenan, I was like, "There's more."
Yeah, there's a tribe.
But yeah, the sitcom as like we would watch the series just before we would go to school, like 7, then to 8, and 8 back to school. So very underrated.
Right. When I first watched the Wayans Brothers, I remember it when I was a kid, kind of, but then when they played the reruns, when I watched it at high school, when I was in high school, I thought this was like the most funniest show I ever watched. Like 2 brothers living in Harlem. In a like raggedy apartment.
Oh man, it was just honestly, I really that was one of the first times I saw like how like insane Marlon Wayans is, like he's like the Jim Carrey. I've even told people this, they kind of don't get it, but I felt like he was like the Jim Carrey, like a black version of Jim Carrey, like just so much physical comedy.
Yes.
Supreme. I remember one episode in Wayans Bros. I think Paula Abdul, Paula Abdul like guest stars, and I think Marlon Wayans tries to like dance, in front of her. This video is on YouTube. I will try to put the link. He was going.
Marlon was a fool on that show. Then Sean really stuck. Like Sean really was really protective towards Marlon.
Yeah.
Sean's a big brother. He always, big brother, little brother. Nobody can pick on my little brother except for me.
Yeah.
But Sean was low key. Sean was like funny in that.
Yeah.
In that show, he would have like sneak disses too.
Kind of like humor,
Especially that last episode, the boxing episode. When they had Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah, guest star.
It was the beginning. Marlon brought over this girl, and Marlon brought over this girl, and you like showing her how to box. Then Sean came up, and girl was not feeling Marlon at all, so she left. She leaves.
Like,
she leaves.
Oh, his brother, like.
Yeah, she leaves. And Sean was like, "Hey, girl, like, who did your hair? Some jumper kittens?" Oh man,
man.
I love the Wayans brothers.
Yeah,
I love the Wayans brothers.
It was great, man. Let's see, and it balanced it all up, like with John Witherspoon playing.
Oh, John Witherspoon. He was a heart of the show.
Ooh, legend, man. It was so good seeing him, like, in the Friday film. And in some similar fashion, you see him in that role in the Wayans. You know? It was amazing, you know, honestly, that show, you know. But I mean, so we talk about like you know, like Living Color and Wayans Brothers. That's like our first introductory, you know, to them, you know. With like the bros, because we can name the family. Like I'm gonna try. We could try to
let's do this.
So Kenan, Ivory Wayans, Damon Wayans, Sean Wayans, Marlon Wayans, Kim Wayans, and there's Damon Wayans Jr. So this is for like the new gen. And I know Marlon has a kid as well, but I don't know the name. So I that's much as
there's Damian Dante Wayans. He was in Major Pain. And he was also Tech off of Malibu's Most Wanted. Yeah. But that's some ill shit. Like
it's like the militant kid. Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
did you say Damon Wayans Jr.?
Yeah, Damon Wayans Jr. You know, so like yeah, like I went through like the main ones, you know, the ones who were there in the 90s, and you know, for this new generation, you know, because it's a lot. It's a huge, you know, all in entertainment business, you know. But going back, because we'll go like chronologically, you know, we'll go back like to In Living Color. You know, because as I said, like I watched the show later. You know, it's like I got bought the DVDs. You know, and it's like I ran through it. You know, season 1. My guy, man.
Hey, for those, I'm a diehard Wayans family fan, so that's how. I'm a diehard Living Color fan, but yeah.
Honestly, yeah. That's it. I only wish, man. It's like I had the DVDs, but they're still back in my place in Europe. So
no, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I'm missing out. I understand, but like, yeah, watching those ones like from you know, just as you were talking about, like Homie the Clown. You know, so many.
My favorite character, yeah.
100%, man. You can even feel the audience. You know, when David would come and be like, you know, the audience was like, they were insane for him, you know?
Man, Damien had a 10-minute applause at the beginning when every time Homie the Clown like appear, or like Anton Jackson appear, or like Men on Film, they had like a 5-minute applause. Like an ovation. Yeah, they haven't even said anything.
It's like, you know, when someone is a star, you know, like they don't even got to say anything, but just the presence, you know, it's like this guy is you know, he got it, you know, he wasn't that, you know, but with like In Living Color, you know, because we can even run through the characters, you know, because like there was a lot. Obviously, the Wayans brothers had a big part in it. You know, even Kenan Ivory Wayans, who was the one who made the idea and the concept, he played himself. He was in the episodes, you know, as well.
Yeah.
You know, like with that. So, what did you think of like the putting like the Wayans like just on this side? What did you think of like the supporting characters, the supporting actors like Jim Carrey, Tommy Davidson, later Jamie Foxx? How do you think they worked with the Wayans brothers? You know, chemistry.
They worked really well, I believe. I believe everyone worked really well, like during the first couple seasons. But then, as soon as like the third season, fourth season, when like Sean and Marlon came to the scene, you could tell there was some tension because they think there's like favoritism. Even like there was an interview of like Kim Cole. She was in the first season. Kim Cole, she's in a Living Single.
Yeah, Sinclair.
I guess there was like jealousy between like her and Kim Wayans.
Right.
Yeah, you can tell there was like some little favoritism because Kenan had their families back. Like he wanted everyone to shine. Yeah. Especially his family.
Yeah. No, I do agree, you know. Definitely I do get it, you know, like, you know, put your It's like a family business.
Yeah, put your people on. Yeah,
just for TV, you know. But definitely, you do see the shift. If you watch the earlier seasons, like the Wayans were in skits, but it was like one to each like skit,
right.
You know. Then it was like, as you said, in season 3 when like King Coles went, some of like the cast went, and like season 3, Jamie Foxx came in. Jennifer Lopez was the fly girl. You know, it felt like the Wayans were, Marlon came aboard, and it's like they were in every, you know, sketch and that, you know. But it still had a lasting appeal, I would say.
Right.
But But it did definitely change. But yeah, with like because I just touched on like, you know, the Fly Girls. You know, like I've seen your reactions on the channels to the Fly Girls, man. Like just go check it out. I'm gonna put, you know, for the viewers, definitely check out GQ's reactions on the Fly Girls. You know,
yes, sir.
Like that, because again, that was something at that time you didn't really see that on like a regular
prime time
TV show. You would see it like on, you know, Soul Train. You know, Soul Train, you see the girls like, you know, making a move, you know what I mean? But like for a sketch comedy show and to have that prime time, you know, what did you feel, you know, like seeing that?
Oh man, because they had, correct me if I'm wrong, they only had like what, 2 dance segments per show. Like they danced during the commercial break.
Yeah.
And like the first 2 seasons, they open up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really great because you really didn't see like hip hop in a mainstream scene. And you know, Rosie Perez was the choreographer of Living Color, so it was great seeing like a diverse cast and a diverse like for the Fly Girls.
Yes. Yeah. It's like you represented like every ethnicity. You know,
right.
Like Jennifer Lopez, who came later, you know, she wasn't a sister, but you had Black, White, Asian, Hispanic. You know, it's like it had like a you could say it had like a flavor for everyone.
Right. Yeah.
Which was great, you know. But as you even mentioned before about the tension from the main cast, I've even seen interviews that there were tension with the Fly Girls. You know, there was a lot of jealousy, like especially when Jennifer Lopez came on board. Yeah, with Rosie.
J-Lo was not even. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the people in the YouTube world, Facebook world. I know Jennifer Lopez was like the big mega star. She was not even the best dancer, in my opinion.
Shout out 100.
Because my favorite, I think Deidre Lang was like my favorite one. Lisa, I like Carrie, both Carrie.
Carrie was the Japanese one?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Michelle, the light-skinned one.
Yeah, the one with the...
That was in the first 2 seasons. Ooh. But yeah, I think I'm sorry, y'all. Jennifer Lopez is overrated. I'm sorry.
I can agree, like because like anytime they will talk about Living Color, her name is mentioned like immediately.
Right.
Over the way, it's like, oh, Living Color, oh, that's when Jennifer Lopez got her break.
That's not even the best Fly Girl. I'm sorry.
No, and GQ, I think that's where the tension got with Rosie Perez and J-Lo, because like Rosie Perez, I can see from her side, she brought her in, and now she's Jenny from the block. You know what I mean? Like, no, you're wrong, man. Yeah, nice, man. Yeah,
I agree with you. I see interviews where it's always, when they bring up In Living Color, it's always Jamie Foxx, Jim Carrey, and Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jennifer Lopez really didn't do anything on Living Color, but except for like dance. She wasn't even at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, she came midway, you know.
Right.
Like you know, but and I feel like that it kind of shadows like how excellent the cast who are from the beginning,
you
know, the mainstays, like a Tommy Davidson. I think
Tommy Davidson was one of my favorite cast members on the Living Color.
Yeah, You know, those imitations when he did like the MC Hammer, you know, with the
Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Hey, get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Oh, the
When he
dance.
did Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
I was watching because I have the DVDs. I was watching, I think the season 3 episode when they did Home Alone again.
Oh my God, that's I man. Talk about like iconic. Home Alone in 90 to like 94. That was the
Mm-hmm.
biggest thing. Home Alone.
Biggest like Christmas movie.
Like this time, like we're approaching Christmas now. I think everyone, as a family movie, Home Alone was that film. You know,
Right.
so when they parodied it, him and Macaulay Culkin.
It's like,
I'll just beat it. I'll
like
just
Macaulay.
You can feel
Macaulay, you want to come in and play?
Yeah.
You want to come out and play? Like you can play with bubbles.
You can play
Like beat it, Michael. Oh, wasn't that kid the kid that was on the parody? He was on Home Improvement.
Home Improvement.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Man.
Yeah.
It escapes me. If anyone knows it, please jump in the comments.
Yeah, his name is Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
That's what Taylor Thomas said, right? It was.
But no, that sketch was so funny. Yo, Tommy Davidson is underrated.
Yeah, and then man, I just feel those sketches. I remember we spoke about this on like the different eras. Like those sketches, like as you said, the men's on film. Damon and David Allen Greer. I am sorry for not like mentioning you before.
Oh,
yeah,
men on film. Men on film. That sketch was probably the reason Living Color almost didn't air.
Yeah, I can imagine. Imagine how touchy it was then to now.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. I loved how the Wayans in total they kind of went all out on the other show. And it's not walking on eggshells. It was just like
right.
have a funny sketch. We got material. We are gonna just put it out there. If it works,
raw.
But it was just raw. And man, it was a dominant show. It was
right.
Man. But yeah, honestly, man, Living Color, man. If you haven't seen it, me and GQ, we both done reviews for the show, man. Go get this show 100%. So, man, Living Color. So, Living Color, as we well know, like the Wayans Brothers big step in total, the big step Wayans Brothers was the sitcom. As we alluded about. What did you think of like the Wayans Brothers show, like as a complete, from start to finish? Because it went through changes.
Right.
The intro, we're brothers.
Be happy and be singing and be covered. So give me a high five.
Then it plays that sick Tribe Called Quest, like
electric relation. Yeah. Relaxation. Yeah.
Oh man, but like it went from, I remember the first season, like Sean, as you said, they went in the apartment. Sean had his girlfriend, Leela Rashawn, very underrated, like, black actress. She was in Boomerang, a few other, like Waiting to Exhale. I think she's in that, and then it's like they changed to in the seasons following after, like they were in the news, the store where they're working with their dad.
The Nina Meyer building.
That's the one. Yeah.
that's how bad I know this show, man.
Yeah, it was Wayans Brothers and like Jamie Foxx show. Like they were playing the same time.
Right.
5:30, 5 o'clock Wayans, 5:30 Jamie Foxx show. So just rinsing it out. But like, what do you think of like the Wayans? If you were to compare the Wayans Brothers sitcom, even though it's unfair because like Living Color is a sketch comedy, Wayans Brothers sitcom and the Living Color sketch comedy, what would be your like favorite if you had to choose?
Oh man,
hard.
That's hard. Okay, I will always love in Living Color. When it comes to Living Color, I love the first 3 seasons. I really don't go to season 4 that much because the Wayans bounce after it's like season 4.
Yeah, you know.
You can tell
Yeah.
without the Wayans like involvement of the show is just
Decline.
yeah. But as far as the Wayne brothers, the show,
Yeah.
like you want me to just tell you my honest opinion about like the show itself, or
Well,
am I
like
just
before
the
you
live
get started,
above?
the reason I asked this because like you know how it was like in the 90s to get like successful, not even black sitcoms, but successful black shows was difficult, you know, at
Oh
that time.
yeah,
You know, and the Wayans, I've heard interviews where Sean and Marlon talked about like the struggles they had.
oh yes, the
Yeah,
writers, yeah.
the same thing happened. Even there was another. Do you know Eddie Griffin and Malcolm and Eddie?
Yeah, Malcolm and Eddie.
They said the similar thing. It was white writers trying to write for black characters.
Because Eddie Griffin is funny as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It was really
it
difficult
was
back
really
then.
difficult, you know. So they said like that's where if you see like kind of like the end season of Wayans Brothers, you know, it's like it's not as obviously strong, you know, as the early season, but you can tell like there was this tension, you know,
Right.
behind the camera. So what did you think of like that, you know, like when
Because yeah, Sean and Marlon are really talented. They're at the time they were young. They're just coming off in living color.
yeah.
Um, they really want to be. They don't want to be like under Keenan's wing. They want to be
Yeah.
like independent, if that's the correct term. But yeah, so they were like two young fresh stars, and it uh just watching season 1. I do not watch season 1 of the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
Season 1 was trash. I'm sorry.
It was
It was trash.
yeah, there's episodes that just really don't work, you know.
Right.
Like Gary Coleman, do you remember the episode Gary Coleman?
Goop,
Here
there it is.
Oh
Really?
man. I was like, oh
I skipped season 1 of the Wayne brothers. I go straight to season 2.
I could understand. Because it's a complete change. If you watch season
Right.
1 and 2, they changed the venue. I think
Yeah.
his girlfriend, Lila Rashawn's not in in the second season. So it's like another director or writers came in, but it was just a different.
Even season 1 was so blah. I like Sean's character when he was a bachelor.
Yeah.
Other than like he had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But yes. And Marlon's character. Yeah, Marlon's character in season 1 was just so awkward.
Very. Just like as I said, it was like a Jim Carrey, but it was even turned up. It was like Jim Carrey was playing characters. That was the difference, like a Fire Marshal Bill and like when he played the bodybuilder. He was playing characters.
Here, DeMello.
Even though he is a personality, it's an extension of Jim Carrey's personality. But Marlon, especially in the first season of the Wayans Brothers, it was just like he would destroy like the apartment, and then Sean had to come and repair it. It was just like he wasn't sensible enough to be left alone.
Right.
That's how his character was like. It was just it was blah blah blah. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure you'd come down and say like, In Living Color still.
Living Color was a better show than the Wayans Brothers.
Yeah.
But the Wayans Brothers, the show, still one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
But
100%. Of the 90s sitcoms, you obviously got the heavyweights like Martin, Fresh Prince, but Wayans Brothers slots in there nicely. As
soon as Anna Maria Hartford appeared on the show, that's when the Wayans Brothers like went up.
Yeah. John Witherspoon was already there because I feel it captured that vibe from Friday.
Oh yeah.
You understand when you saw those characters, and you saw, I forgot to mention, Nicole Ari Parker Joy.
Joy.
Big booty hole. Let's kick
Oh,
it. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
the Friday reunion went to the Wayans brothers.
Yeah, I really love them dynamics because I was like, man, these old characters are all from Friday because it came at exactly the same time when Wayans brothers got picked up, 1995.
Right.
So, but yeah, but with that being said, we just mentioned Friday, and now we're speaking about movies. The Wayans brothers' popularity were able to get a movie just around the similar time of the Wayans Brothers sitcom, and you gotta help me on this, GQ. I don't know if this was filmed before or in between the series. Don't Be a Menace.
I think it was filmed between season 1 and season 2, right. Probably after season 1.
Right. Yeah. We captured it at night. With Don't Be a Menace. Oh my God.
Because Marlon still had his hair.
Yeah. Marlon's hair in that. Turned on to 11 with Don't Be a Menace. All right, so whoever hasn't seen Don't Be a Menace, please go check it. The Hood films, we talked about this like Menace, Boys in the Hood. There were other ones like Juice,
South Central.
The South Central, New Jack City was kind of before, it was a bit earlier, but still you could classify it as a hood film, but those hood films came in the early 90s and then went in the middle. Don't Be a Menace is like a full parody of all of those films, so like with Don't Be a Menace, what did you feel of seeing the Wayans brothers now as movie guys now, movie stars?
How do I feel about them?
Yeah,
man, when I seen Don't Be a Menace, I thought that was like the most funny shit I've watched as a kid. It was so, oh man.
Yeah.
What can I say about Don't Be a Menace, man? When they were the robbery scene, he was like, "Hey, Trey, stop eating that ice cream." Why was Trey eating that ice cream like that? Like he was like looking at ice cream like that. I'm like, man.
The one that mirrored from Menace,
like, hurry up and buy.
And then at the end when they got out, it was the man. They said the man.
It was the man.
It was the man, the white guy. It was like he wiped off his the pistol.
He had OJ's name in his notebook, notepad.
Oh.
Yeah, Tupac.
Oh God, it was because I'm gonna go on to this after, but like them being in films because I remember before this, Keenan was in Low Down Dirty Shame with Jada Pinkett, Sally Richardson, Damon Wayans of course was in Last Boy Scout, but I don't think those films were as
success.
So you were saying Damon Wayans had these films and Keenan Ivory Wayans had their films, but it wasn't as successful.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's seeing them in that movie together. I think they brought that chemistry from the TV show. And it's they'll just say, the Wayans.
Yeah. I was just agreeing.
Sean and Marlon, them being in the film, it's they were able to just go extra because they didn't have the constraints of being in the TV, sitcom.
Right. Yeah, their chemistry matched well in that movie.
Yeah.
Better than that season one of Wayans Brothers for sure.
Man, 100. So Don't Be a Menace, it's fantastic, parody of the films. Really put the Wayans brothers on the map.
Right.
I remember seeing them. They hosted the MTV Awards. And there's even clips on YouTube. You can see both of them. Were hosting. And you see their chemistry. And they appeared in movies. Kind of similar. I remember Marlon Wayans appeared in Shame. You remember? I can't remember this.
Raheem, what was it? I know what you're talking about.
one. It's the one when they.
I can't think.
Yeah.
I can't think of that movie, but I know what you're talking about. It's like Raheem or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Kenya Moore, she's in it. She's one of the girls in it, man. But like, yeah, I remember seeing him in that. You know, he's obviously in Above the Rim with.
Oh yeah,
Tupac.
Boogaloo.
Yes.
My man was trying to play basketball with some baby powder.
Oh my God. What, you know, this is one like I gotta mention. What did you think of the way Pop like just like violated him? Well, like everybody.
Man, that was man. My man Pac violating him. Like, man, why you gotta treat him like that? Like, my man, he like kicked him. He's like, man, like you don't listen. Like, the heck out of here.
I swear, it's like, is this a joke? Is this a game? Like,
It's a joke.
I was like, man.
Man, no. And then he had a nerve to like dap him up. I'm like, bro, he's treating you like squat, man.
Oh,
Stick up for yourself.
No.
But
And
I got what he deserved.
Yeah. And you know what? And this is why I wanted to talk about it. You know, we're dealing with the Wayans, but it's like I feel that kind of stuff happens a lot. You know, of like someone will get disrespected and they'll just stand there.
Man.
Come back and they'll do something that's very like
Karma.
extreme. You know, like
Yeah.
like the way he just went in. Tupac was in the club, you know, with the ladies, and he just went and just smoked him. You know, it was man. I feel like that's something that definitely has happened a lot.
Oh yeah. Man, like people like watch who you treat.
Yeah.
Because you never know what that person's capable of doing.
Exactly. You know. But man, so like, you know, Above the Rim, you know, a lot of them were like movies. You know, I remember Sean Wayans appeared in the Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I think that's the one you remember. Yeah, of course. He was Mark Cooper, I should say, his friend.
Yeah.
The Hoops, you know, in the Prince. Yeah. So they were around, you know what I mean? They were in movies and in sitcoms, especially Sean and Marlons, you know. Then like for the Wayans brothers, like in the birth of the like 2000s, like they had that scary movie, you know, the scary movie kind of series. You know, like have you seen the scary movies?
Yeah, I've seen the first two scary movies.
First two. What are your honest thoughts of maybe not the scary movie in general, but like Wayne, Marlon and Sean in both of those films? Because scary movie is a big like film, you know.
Right. It really took them to a higher like.
Yeah, introduce them to like a new audience, you know, because like
new audience, higher plateau. Yeah. Yeah.
Audience. Yeah, but what did you think of them at that time? So this is like 2000s now.
What I think about Scary Movie?
Yeah.
Man. Because so they were done with the Wayans brothers. So I don't really like horror type of movies because when I was a kid, I was not messing with horror type of movies. I'm gonna be honest. But when I got older, I sat down and watched a scary movie and I'm like, man, this movie shit. Oh man. I'm like, Shorty, I know you're not on your I know you don't have any papers or something like that.
He said,
yes.
oh man, what?
And the ending to the scary movie.
Yeah.
It's like snatch your one, y'all.
He's talking right into the cover. You gotta go. Snatch your one, y'all.
Yeah, scary movie is pretty funny.
Yeah.
I watched some of Scary Movie too because they said when they did Scary Movie 2 it was like a cash grabber, kind of because of the success of Scary Movie.
First one.
But yeah, Scary Movie really put Sean and Marlon to a whole new light of audience.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, because like I said, at that time, the Scary Movie was something fresh.
Right.
Because no one was doing kind of like a horror comedy films, and it's like it wasn't even just parodying parodying like horror. You know, they also took like part of like the I think Matrix, even like they parodied that, you know, in some sense.
And the N1,
Yeah,
N1 tapes.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God, it's like
hey, pick up the phone. What's that?
they said, "What you doing?"
No, chilling. True. Oh,
The scary movies. But this is what, because yeah, I'm gonna go on definitely to this. I think if it wasn't for the scary movie films, I don't think White Chicks would have been as like popular. You know, even to this day, you know, like I know, like across the world, you know, it's, even in some of the places travel, all of these don't know about White Chicks.
right. Do you think White Chicks is Sean Marlon's biggest movie?
I would have,
or would you say like scary movie?
Man, I would have to say White Chicks. You know, that's not like you know, I would say cult following, but it's not even that. It's not international appeal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's so many people. You can watch White Chicks and just like kind of just watch it for pure popcorn entertainment. So,
you talking about people's marriage?
It's hilarious. It's again, it's them doing something innovative. You know?
Right.
Again, going harking back to In Living Color, you know, presenting the Fly Girls, these sketches that no one's seen, and you see them now later. You know, then the brothers impersonating white girls. You know?
You think they got like flack for that?
Right. And that even goes into another discussion, yo. You know, about like, you know, there's been this urban legend about like the brothers.
Black men in dresses.
Yeah. You know, Dave Chappelle spoke about this, you know, like he didn't want to be one of those, you know, like stereotyping their dress and that. And you know, we've seen them, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Chris Rock, you know, they've all at one point been someone who's been with, you know, guys and women and that. But with like the Wayans, I don't know, because I feel like it's such a success, you know. I didn't really see like our community, like blacks, like people like, ever like they're saying like, oh, they can't stand White Chicks or the Wayans. Yeah, I don't think it hurt them, you know.
No, because they were doing other stuff. Yeah, Marlon was so successful at the White Chicks.
Yeah, he was still playing that. And I went to White Chicks and like in between. So now like we showed the Wayans. I think White Chicks, we could say that's where it was their big moment. You know,
yeah.
I could honestly say
like Sean Marlon peak.
Yes.
White Chicks, yeah.
You know, they had their movie Little Man.
Don't. I'm not even gonna talk about that movie. That movie is garbage.
Marlon, I am not. We are not gonna talk about Little Man.
Little Man was like the most corniest movie I ever watched. We're gonna put that movie in the dumpster. You're not gonna be right.
Anytime I would go to a video store and I saw Little Man, the price would be like $2.90, like maybe $199. Always, it was like it's trash, like legit.
Yeah, I went to the movies and seen it. I was just sitting there. I'm like, is this the best y'all can do? And they kind of had a streak of like trash movies after that, like that in School Dance.
Oh man, I didn't want to. You know, it just refreshed my mind because like I went into Little Man, like I got the DVD, you know, like when it just came out, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be White Chicks, but it's a new concept, you know, like Marlon's a little kid and all that, and that like affected me so much that I didn't even go to school. You know, the school that the dance one, the one that was taking
right.
Dance films. You know, I was just I kind of went off them after that.
But yeah. Well, oh man, I was so disappointed with Little Man.
Man was just, But with that, we shouldn't win. So we identified like white chicks was the, big, it's like them arriving at the dance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's them and white chicks. In between like Scary Movie and white chicks, Damon Wayans got like a big shine. Again,
oh yeah,
it was the TV sitcom, which I'm guessing a lot of people know, My Wife and Kids. So
right. Yes, sir.
Like, what, but GQ Jamaal, what was your first impressions of My Wife and Kids TV series?
Okay, I reviewed My Wife and Kids. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But anyway, because at that time, was it 2001?
Yeah.
I remember watching Bernie Mac show and My Wife and Kids. They both came on at the same time.
Exactly.
I was Team Bernie Mac, so I was watching Bernie Mac first. But then I caught on to My Wife and Kids after Bernie Mac ended. I caught it on syndication, and I thought it was a great show from beginning to end. It really kind of reminded you of the Cosby Show, but on steroids.
I would say, yeah, I can definitely. It was a modern version of, the Cosby. Even some trinkets of Family Matters. The whole kind of family. Family value.
Michael Kyle.
The Kyles. Even significant episodes when they went to the bowling. And even you remember his rival, I forgot his name, but there's one they went to I think it was an Asian restaurant.
Yeah, he was in The Nutty Professor.
Yes, that dude.
Yeah, that actor. And Kelly Caulfield was the wife.
Yeah. He was bothering him from when he tried to pump gas earlier today.
Oh yeah.
He drove in front of him. So Michael Kyle was waiting. Michael Kyle, Damon Wayans was waiting. So that carried on when both of the families come later to the restaurant, to eat. It's hilarious. Hilarious episode.
Michael Kyle, to me, top 5 TV dads. He was hilarious.
Oh, man.
He was hilarious.
He was so I felt. This may be just me. I feel he had a bit of Martin in him, but not as raw. Martin is from the TV, and when I see the element, when Martin used to kind of overreact on
yes. Man. Yeah, I could see it.
You know what I'm saying? I remember in Martin, if anyone's seen this, definitely. I remember the one when Tisha goes to this business convention. This is the episode White Bob makes his return, and Martin follows her all the way out of Detroit, and he thinks she's having an affair. He hides under the bed. Damon Wayans, Michael Kyle, he's doing the same thing. You remember the episode when Claire, he doesn't know that Claire's trying to go to this party. You remember the one?
Yeah.
And he starts speaking to Katie, trying to get info, like a detective or something.
Oh, yeah. So is it was it that episode when they're outside and they had a little teepee and what's Claire's boyfriend? Tony.
Yeah, Tony. Oh my God, that guy was. He's Vanilla Ice is really good,
The episode where Claire broke up with him.
And
Claire broke up with him and he's trying to be all hip. He's nah. Nah, means like it's not Hebrew. He's like,
Pick up the $100 bill. He's like picking it up and opening it.
He's like, what are you doing?
Okay. So what are you doing? Picking up $100 bill. You know, if you pick it up like this, it's tax free. Like this guy.
He said, what do you got on? He said, what do you got on? And, oh, it's Chico's. Like, what's better than Chico's? Gatkins?
But, man, that's what I feel. My wife and kids like strong points. You know, I feel. You know, David Wayans in that role, as you said, like best TV dad. He had
right.
The relationships between him and Tisha, Campbell Jay. You know, him obviously Junior. You know,
Junior.
What did you think of him at Junior, man? That was
man. Junior got dumber by the seasons.
Yeah, man. I felt Cole from Martin was the
yes.
I didn't think you could get lower than Cole.
No, Junior got dumber over the seasons. Like, man, because you see, Junior, he was good at art.
Yeah. You know.
And they were just making this character dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. And Michael always like slapped the back of
his head, man, and like the head jokes, they get like, yeah, it was like I even felt sorry for Junior in some episodes,
right?
Like like when he got you remember when he got Megan Good pregnant?
Oh yeah,
that was man, of all the places we went into the parents. Oh God. That's a no.
You broke the golden rule. Like, yeah, you broke that rule.
Like, man, like, but Game Away, so like, my call in, like, so what your thoughts, like, my wife and kids has, like, a whole show, because you said it's a great show. I feel like, I love season 1, I love 2, I couldn't stand when Katie's boyfriend came with Franklin.
Oh, Franklin?
For me, I felt that's when it became like a full sitcom to like a Disney TV show, because I thought
I could see that, man.
Yeah.
Because it, like we discussed it in like previous videos, it got the Family Matter effect, the Urkel effect.
Yes.
Because ABC used to do that with their shows.
Exactly.
Yeah, my wife and kids was on ABC. Hanging with Mr. Cooper was on ABC. Family Matters was on ABC.
Yeah. Like, you see what I mean, GQ? Like, progressively after time, the shows just kept on getting more of a watered down, family appeal, And it's like, it happened with, as you said, Hanging, Mr. Cooper, Family Matters, and yeah, Franklin wasn't family, and he became basically like every episode. And then Calvin came along, and Tony was, so that's when I really tuned out,
Yeah, too many side characters.
When it was just the 5 of them, it's fine. It was Jay, Michael, Junior, Claire, and Katie. I thought that was golden.
Since you said Jay, I think Tisha Campbell on that show her character was better than Gina or Martin.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think she was funnier on My Wife and Kids, and she was finer on My Wife and Kids.
Oh man, speaking of the Tisha, man, like, do you remember the episode when I wonder if you remember? Michael Kyle meets one of the girls he used to go to school with. I think they were.
Yes.
And like Jay, she gets green with envy. That like this girl, she's had kids, she has a family, but she's still like looking, Islamic. Then like,
insecure.
Then like this makes Jay take like a super makeover.
Oh my, yo.
She came in that day. I was like, even Michael Cole was like, "That's my wife."
That's my wife. Because
money to the kids. He said, "Go, get
out." Because earlier in that season, Didn't she like gain weight? I know she was pregnant in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, when that season started, but Michael started like becoming like unattractive towards
Yes.
Jay in that season. But now she got that makeover.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, Jay. Like, okay, like, I see you.
Right. Like in my opinion, I was never really like, even in Maureen, as I said, I always prefer a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, same as
Yeah.
House Party. I prefer I prefer Charade. It's just me. Just and I know some of them think that, but I love like the transition how she's my wife kids.
Right.
I understand. I remember, and you're right what you said because I remember the episode with Keenan and Ivy Wayans guest stars. Yeah, so this is like you've seen, you know, you probably haven't seen Keenan since like, you know, Don't Be a
Episode season 1.
For a while, and you see him in that episode, and he brings this like kind sister, you know, and you can see Jay. Jay's kind of like I remember this one time she comes in downstairs and like Keenan and Michael are talking, and she's like, "Oh, when are you coming up?" And Keenan's like, "Oh, I'll be there soon." And then Jay comes down with his makeup.
Oh man! Like you gotta come down.
Oh, in about an hour.
Good on my wife and kids, man. There's so many great episodes, and
it's funny. Great. I think the great episodes makes up for like when you know the different direction comes in later. You know, like yeah, Frank and that. But yeah, that was a big. What did you say? Like for the Wayans brothers, like the early 2000s. So you know, 90s they had Living Color, Wayans brothers, and Dobie and Menace. I think like definitely the scary movies, of course. My Wife and Kids, and then you know White Chicks. Would you say like those were the biggest, you know, moments for them?
um, yeah, I agree. Living Color really started it off, and Wayne Brothers, Scary Movie,
Yeah.
Major Pain, Blankman.
Yeah.
Um,
And Mo Money. How did I forget about that?
oh,
God. Oh my.
Mo Money is underrated.
Bro, it's you know with the Wayans they got so much. Sometimes it can be hard to remember all. You know, on your head.
Like, Seymour!
Oh man. Oh money.
Man, Marlon made that girl take a train, man.
Yeah. I grew up with More Money. You know that
Yeah.
that means it's a very heartwarming film to me. You know, More Money. Oh man, I love that film. See him, Marlon Wayans. You know, so it's like you see this time it's nice because you see Marlon not with Sean this time. You know?
Right. He's with Damien.
Yeah. So you see that chemistry. Stacey Dash, who was, I think she was on the black side before. Now she went over. So.
Oh man, he went there.
She was excellent. Like in, you know, in that film. But yeah, More Money. That's for anyone who's a Wayne Brothers fan, you know, they definitely like. It's a shining moment.
Yes, sir.
And then like you know, so like after My Wife and Kids, like, this is where I don't think it like kind of it dwindled, but like I know that possibly Marlon was the one who was seeing more like expanding off in like you know movies and TVs. You know, near like the 2010s. So you go to the 2010s, you know, I did like Damon, I didn't see too much. I didn't see Keenan. You know, we didn't even really speak, you know, Kim Wayans, you know, who like we talk too much about. But like I felt like Marlon was the one who was like still making films. You know,
yeah.
You know, what did you think of like did you see Marlon Wayans like films, you know, the ones in the 2010s, like what was it, Shades of Black? You know,
I haven't seen that. I've seen trailers. I passed on it.
Yeah.
As far as Marlon Wayans, like for him to be on the solo tip, I think his best movie was Sextuplets.
Yes.
That one actually had me dying. That one in Haunted Mansion. No, Haunted House. I'm sorry.
House. Yeah, Haunted Mansion was with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, my bad.
I know. Oh,
Yeah.
it's not.
No, Haunted House, the first one, and Sextuplets. I believe those are his best films,
Yeah.
best movies.
Yeah, when he was playing the multiple, characters, because you haven't seen, I just said like not too many besides like Eddie and Martin. You weren't getting like an actor playing multiple, characters.
Yeah.
Like Marlon Wayans, so it was nice to see him in that role, and yeah, it's like I feel with Damon Wayans, like the last time I saw him was they made a TV show for the Lethal Weapon, Lethal Weapon movie, and I think he was basically playing like Riggs or Danny Glover's character, but it's like I didn't see him like as much as I would like, because I would say we're gonna get on to this, and we might as well do it now. Like the favorite Wayne. So if you had to choose for the favorite Wayne, I'm deeply, I didn't talk too much about Kim Wayans, because I feel like when you go to the Wayne brothers, it's of course like the main four, Sean, Marlon, Keenan, and Damon. Kim Wayans, she appeared in remember she appeared in that TV sitcom In the House with LL Cool J.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. They just added that on HBO Max.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah. Yo, HBO Max, they just released a whole bunch of like black shows. They got Martin, they got In the House, they got The Parenthood. I'm still don't know what I think about that show.
Man.
That's another video.
It may take 3 hours to dissect it.
Yeah, they just added Parenthood. Eve is on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have HBO Max,
Yeah.
Go get it because they just Jamie Foxx shows on there now.
Cool.
Yeah, but as far as Kim Wayans, she was really. I think she was funny on The Living Color.
Yeah.
I love Benita Betrayal. I'm not the one to gossip, but you ain't heard it from me.
Yeah.
Like, don't nobody better talk about Miss Jenkins. And when she did that parody, I'm too mindless, very mindless. Like yabba dabba dee, yabba dabba dee.
What I love so much with The Living Color is they did like the music videos of like
the parodies.
The parodies like Vanessa Williams,
Shadow Rakes.
Yes. She did the whole scene, like, and it just parodied it. And I remember there was one when Jim Carrey imitating Rocky Balboa, and like he's fighting Kim Wayans.
Yeah.
But
so many parodies.
Kim Wayans was there and around. I think she's in Dolby Minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
She was
only in the beginning.
Yeah, she's only in the beginning. I think she appeared in one episode of the Wayans Brothers sitcom. I would never forget that episode. It deals with the farm and that farm.
Sheila.
Yeah, but yeah, but that being said, so like we weren't going to put Kim Wayans in there. So like Kim Wayans and the other four. I'm not gonna really go on to like the second generation Wayans because I think that would deserve possibly another video.
Right.
You understand? Because I think that's a really new modern era. Damon Wayans Jr., second generation Wayans. But I'm talking about the main core Wayans: Kim, Damon, Marlon, Sean. What's like so many Wayans? Maybe like
Keenan.
The five. Who would you say? All right, let's see. From the best. I hate
to the worst,
but like the top. Being the top. Who would be the top? Maybe starting from the 5 to the top.
Like, are we talking about like my favorite or?
Yeah, I'll give my
favorite. Okay.
Favorite.
Okay. So my favorite wings. I would put Damon as number 1 because Homie the Clown, Anton, Oswald Bates, Major Payne, Blankman, uh, who else he did? Michael Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Damon Wayans has like the whole package. He can do action movies. He's really funny. I think he's the funniest Wayans in my opinion. Just funny stand up. Yeah, so I'll put Damon at number 1. Number 2, I would put Marlon. Marlon has a whole package as well. He has great like physical comedy.
Yeah.
He does the most sometimes, but Marlon is pretty funny. I watch him on interviews. He's like naturally funny. I would say he's funnier than Kevin Hart.
Man.
Come for me in the YouTube world. Come for me. I think he's funnier than Kevin Hart.
Remember, this is at GQ Jamaal.
Yeah, GQ Jamaal. That is JAMAAL. Watch, I'll get all these Kevin Hart fans coming to my comment section like, leave Kevin alone.
We need a shield, man. We need
a shield. But no, Marlon is number 2. I would put.
It gets tricky, you know. Like
Sean or Keenan. I would put Sean number 3.
Right. Why?
Sean. He was just naturally funny in the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
And he has great writing skills. I'm sorry, Keenan, you're number 4. You really don't have like great notable characters except for like what Frenchie, and you do a great Mike Tyson impression.
Yeah, the Arsenio.
Or
I really love the
Arsenio. Arsenio Hall too.
Yeah.
I really don't care for I love Don't Be a Menace. I really don't care for Low Down Dirty Shame like that.
Yeah.
I just feel like he just made fun of like Steven Seagal movies.
Well, that's what it is. Pretty
much.
Yeah. You know, I
really couldn't take him seriously with that movie. It's kind of like Tyler Perry did that Alex Cross movie. Yeah. So I'll put Keenan at number 4. And sadly, number 5, Kim.
Yeah. Right. Man. So, okay, yeah. My list is pretty similar to yours. Probably the only difference. All right, so if I run down mine, Damon, 100%, number 1. Yeah, I just think him, Homie the Clown. He even brought that role even in More Money. There's a scene in More Money, like he actually creates, Homie the Clown. Love that. Of course, Last Boy Scout. Definitely go see that if you have not seen that. Watch it now. And the Marvin Kids. Damon Wayans, as you said, one of the best, TV dads. Not even black TV dads, like best.
Right.
Dads, hands down. And yeah, I agree. I just think he can capture all elements of, the entertainer. You can play action, you can play comedy. And bro, if you see Last Boy Scout, there's a scene when Halle Berry, gets I don't want to spoil it, but like he shows that emotion of despair, so he's very good actor.
Right.
Number 2. Oh, I'm actually gonna say Sean Wayans. I was even from seeing like SW1, when he was DJing with.
No, Sean was a fake DJ in that show. He was a fake DJ.
Fake DJ, but he embodied it. He was like, yeah, right. He was still like, yeah, man, go to everything. I love it. And I feel it was what you brought back before, like when you were saying about Sean, who was like the older brother to Marlon, and you see their dynamics in the show, in the Wayans Brothers show, and you see him in like similar how he is even to a small degree in like kind of White Chicks. It's like he's always looking out for him. So it's like that. They have like a very good brother dynamic, and it's very believable when you see Sean as the older, who's a bit more sensible, and Marlon is super
immature.
In majority school. So I love like Sean because I'm an older brother. I'm the oldest. Since I could relate to Sean. More. So that's why, and I think he again is naturally funny. He's not someone who has to try hard.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, Kevin Hart. I'm a fan of Kevin, but there's times he will try too hard to make a joke.
Yeah.
And that's just a constructive criticism, ladies and gents. Come find me at RichManZ. So they call it. But I feel like
bring the smoke.
Really nice, man. You were, but like I felt Sean, he was a natural. And so then number 3, it has to be Marlon. The only reason I didn't put him higher because I love Marlon. I felt sometimes he went over.
Yeah, over the top.
Over the top. I love Jim Carrey. I love him, but even I can admit Jim Carrey, there were times he went to the moon,
Yeah.
When we were on planet Earth, he was trying to go to Uranus,
She said Uranus.
And Marlon had that, So if you see the Wayans Brothers show, of course, even him in Scary Movie 1 and 2, but he is someone as well, like, he's had a steady consistency with like TV because again, man, like starting off in like in Living Color show, you see him in More Money, Don't Be a Menace, Scary Movie.
Even his show Marlon was decent.
I was gonna say that. It's different. So he's someone who he has a I don't know if they have like the stars in Hollywood. I don't know if they just put the Wayans brothers or they actually put, are they gonna put
each of them?
Yeah, because I feel 100% for what Marlon has done, from like the 90s to now, man, he 100%. Body of work, he deserves a star. So I got Marlon at number 3. I agree as well. Number 4, because we're judging it basically on like, screen characters. I'm not talking about behind the scenes, because if you were saying that, then Keenan would be higher, because of what he did to help Living Color get on the map. Like behind the scenes. Yeah, I would say that. But I would say, like, as you said, like on the screen, in Living Color, he played a few, characters that were cool. Seeing him as the postman in Don't Be a Menace.
Message. Message.
Yeah, and
still.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
So, I never got down to I watched that again. It's subliminal message, like when they're trying to say stuff, through the movie, and I just think like he didn't have as much roles as the other 3. Damon, Sean, and Marlon, and
right.
Kim Wayans, she's only number 5 because how good the ones on the top are. So that would be top 5. I just before I run it down again. So Damon, Sean, Marlon, Keenan.
Yeah, I agree.
Like man, that's like that's all pretty much force on the Wayans brothers. Like, I want one last question. Like, would you say like of an entertainment like family in like you say Hollywood or just the whole thing? Do you think they're the most recognized? Like, the Wayans brothers.
They do not get their credit that they deserve. They're underrated. Um, People probably recognize Marlon more.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes Damon.
Right.
But I think people will recognize Marlon more because Marlon is more consistent. He had more consistent roles throughout 25 years, 30 years he's been in the entertainment industry. Like if you would go back to the 90s,
yeah, he doesn't.
People would probably like recognize Damon more.
Yeah. Damon definitely in the 90s for sure, and like possibly even early 2000s. My wife and kids, but yeah, as you were saying, like a very underrated, In Living Color, that as like you could say that's their finest piece of like actually they're the Wayans brothers as a whole, their best kind of material, but would you say it's In Living Color?
Yeah, oh, of course. Yeah, Living Color.
Yeah, 100%. And you talked about this, like I think in Living Color when they go to it, they as he slapped me, they talk about like not the Wayans brothers, Jamie Foxx's, the Jim Carrey's, and Jennifer Lopez.
They they don't involve the Wayans when they talk about In Living Color.
Like I said, they create that whole format, but Hollywood,
He's a.
It is what it is. But yes, man. But yes, folks, that is our discussion on like the Wayans brothers like impact. We spoke about like from the them bursting onto the scene in the early 90s with In Living Color. Having that kick-ass sitcom. Wayans brothers. Don't Be a Menace, which is around that in between the scary movies. Sean and Marlon Back Again, and then White Chicks, which is like a big like, you could say like a national, like everyone knows White Chicks.
Oh yeah.
And definitely the My Wife and Kids show, So yeah, to the audience, and let us know, in the comments. That's it. There you go. What you think about the Wayans brothers? You heard RichManZ and you heard GQ Jamaal's like the top, to the bottom like of the Wayans brothers, our favorites, our favorite movies, our favorite characters from all the Wayans brothers, you know what I mean? Let us know, definitely, and I can't say this again, check out GQ Jamaal. I know the link, it will be on the below. All you gotta do, guys.
All you gotta do is click on the link. Click on the video. Watch about 5 minutes.
You already reviewed the Wayans brothers.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I'm gonna talk about the Wayans brothers.
Right.
Yeah, the Wayans brothers will always have like a special place in my heart because Living Color was like one of the first shows I watched as a kid.
Yeah.
So the Wayans brothers, like the family, will always have like a special like place in my heart. I will always like watch Living Color. Living Color and the Wayans brothers really gave me the inspiration of like start doing reviews because the Wayans brothers was the first show I reviewed, and I believe the Living Color was the third show I reviewed. The Wayans family needs their respect. Please give them their respect. They really deserve it. They gave us quality like shows and movies.
I'm telling you, I even want to add on to that. I'm more like with the influence, like honestly, I think, I love Chappelle. I love Dave Chappelle. I don't think that Chappelle show would get off if an In Living Color didn't exist.
Right.
Honestly, it needed to be one thing that could inspire Dave Chappelle to make that Chappelle show. Honestly, if you look at like again R. Kelly, I'm sorry to say it,
no,
I am sorry, but when Chappelle imitates R. Kelly, you know, I'll piss on you, you know. You cannot go, you cannot like, you can look at that and like remember when like, you know, Sean Wayans is imitating LL Cool J. You know, Mama said knock you out.
Mama said, Mama gonna kick me out.
Kick me out. Go get a job. You know what I mean? So you can see like the influence and the impact that had in the show, and like other sketch comedy shows. You know that people like, you know, like because I know like sketch comedy Chappelle shows always pretty much, if not the top, it's near it. SNL, which is you know, Mad TV, of course, which was like a counterpart to SNL. But man, Living Color is the OG. You know,
right? Yeah, Living Color needs its respect. It doesn't really get talked about enough. I'm here to say, man, keep the Living Color alive.
Keep it alive.
Yeah.
I remember Tommy from Martin. He was like, "Yeah, keep it alive." Keep it alive. But they don't know that. Oh man. But yes, folks, man. I hope you had as much fun as we had, like talking about the Wayans brothers. You know, as I said, Amy, like, how much you got? My man GQ still has, he has a box set of each season. You know, if you haven't seen In Living Color, I would say go check it out. Definitely
go check it out.
Yeah, go check out if you can the Wayans Brothers series. You know, that's pretty amazing. I'm pretty sure most of you have already seen White Chicks, you know, Scary Movie, you know, but try to check out More Money. You know, Black Man is another one. You know, and obviously Master Pain. Is it
Major Pain.
Major Pain, sorry, Major Pain.
Major Pain. Master Pain, Major Pain.
Pick it up, big Mario Pain, Major Pain. Yeah, Major Pain, I've seen trinkets of it. I'm gonna have to rewatch it again.
Oh, Major Pain is funny throughout.
I gotta see that. I'm gonna do like GQ Jamaal. He's gonna watch Last Boy Scout. RichManZ is gonna watch Major Pain, and we're gonna come back and talk about that.
Oh yeah.
For sure. So yeah, thanks. Guys and folks, you know, as I said, man, definitely go check out GQ Jamaal's channel. You know, the links will be in the description. You know, he's got reviews, as we talked about, like on Wayans Brothers and different other content. You know, he's done like, you know, reactions to like the In Living Color, like Fly Girls, and even like you know, performances. You know, another thing we didn't even mention, the performances on the In Living Color show.
Oh man,
God,
can we talk about man? Can we talk about the performances of The Living Color, man? Yeah, Queen Latifah, you had her.
Yeah, you know, you ain't done.
Black Sheep.
Come back. We ain't yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
The performances, bro. Oh man, again, I think the only other show that was doing this, like putting actual like black talent on, was Arsenio Hall.
Yes. Arsenio Hall's performances on fire too.
No. Oh my God. It was like I mean, I think it's like a movie, you know, like you come.
Yeah.
Arsenio Hall, I remember like when they came, he'd be like, he'd have their album, and it says, "Okay, man, this is Naughty by Nature," and they would perform OPP, and you know, it was fire. And then when you see them, you know, and you would see them appear on In Living Color. You know,
oh yeah,
all the cast, they would be there, and they'd be sending the audience by. You know, I mean, thanks for coming to watch. This is a good show.
Hey, yeah. What performance do you think had like the biggest like audience, like gathering?
Right, man. So you know, we talked about this. The I think the Super Bowl when in Living Color, Color Me Bad.
Yeah.
You know, like they appeared on the that one when they were doing the, you know, the halftime Super Bowl show. You know,
yeah.
Like the highest rate. It had to be either that or the one that I always remember. You know, I even have it on my channel. It's when Rakim appeared. He was going like, "No, the ledge." I love that episode, and I love Rakim. He's my favorite after Eminem. Don't hate me. I'm a commercial reference. Rakim and Eminem are my favorite. So yeah, that would be mine.
And for me, because they started doing performances in season 2. When Queen Latifah did Latifah's Up to Here.
When she was on the stage, you know where they...
No, not that one, because she performed twice.
Right.
It was during the season 3.
Okay.
What else?
Yeah, because I think I'm getting the one because she was on your MTV Raps as well, and she she was on the top and she was rapping all the way to the where Dr. Dre.
Yeah, she was the first performance. She was the first performance to like perform on The Living Color. It was always fun seeing Heavy D perform.
The boys.
When he like he kicked down the door, he like broke the door when he performed the theme song.
I for a guy his size, he moves.
He was fly.
He was, man. The way he was out dancing the ones who were slipping. He had rhythm.
Right. When Black Sheep performed, The Choice Is Yours.
Oh, man. Public Enemy. When they Don't believe that. Don't believe the hype, and they want to do the right thing. How can I forget this?
Fight the Power.
Oh my God, I could forget it. I got it. There's oh my God.
The one with Gangstar.
Gangstar, yes. Criss Cross.
Oh yeah, everyone in the audience was like jumping.
Third Base, I was a fan of Third Base. I think they're underrated rap group, for the time. I really love MC Search and Prime Minister Keith Nice. But yeah.
One of my.
Oh man, there was so many outstanding performances.
Rex and Effects.
Rum Shaker. That video, as we talk about videos that if they were now, I wonder if they could even show it now.
Like back then?
Not like
you talking
direct Rum Shaker, the video, the actual music video. Do you think they could get away showing that now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like back then, I don't think they could have gotten away with it.
Yeah. Unlike so many. Yeah. Because what I felt in this era, like if they saw that, it'd be like, oh, they're objectifying women in that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it'd be too much people. I know then, as you said, like it promotes way too much, sex, of course. You know what I mean? Like,
I think.
Yeah.
They could get away with it now.
Yeah, now, we've we have like Brittany Rayner saying the stepdaddy season. Like, I'm pretty sure they could get away with some of the craziness on TikTok and all. Yeah, that. I think that would have to be another video. We're gonna do that.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure.
For sure, we're gonna do. But yeah, folks, we had to slide that little. Trivia at the end. We're big fans of Living Color, so we had to lay that in. But So folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking time on your busy, and I'm in busy schedule for watching RichManZ and
GQ Jamaal.
You don't know. Back again for another.
Now you know.
As I said before, definitely check GQ Jamaal's channel out. Link will be in the description. Go
check out RichManZ's content. Does excellent reviews. Give us a subscription. Give us some subscribers, man. I need subscribers, man. Shoot.
Subscribers here, man. We're consistent. We're doing the stuff that you don't want. You know what I mean. So yeah.
I need some followers, man. I'm serious.
It's our time now.
Nah, man. Like for real. Check out content.
So yeah, folks, man. Stay tuned for more upcoming, discussions with RichManZ and GQ Jamaal coming very, very soon. Until then, folks, it's peace to the rest.